These are the instructions for the addition of ingredients for brewers with the BrewKeg10. This product allows a brewer to ferment, carbonate, clarify and dispense a brew all from the one vessel. For extract brewers, you'll need a Williams Warn ingredients kit. For all grain brewers, you can use your own wort. Firstly, boil 500 milliliters or 17 fluid ounces of water in the kitchen kettle. Open the can of liquid malt extract and add the contents to the BrewKeg10. Then fill the can halfway with the boiled water from the kettle and dissolve the extract residue by stirring with the spatula. Hold the can at the top area where it is less hot and add the contents to the BrewKeg10. Then add the remaining boiled water in the kitchen kettle to the cone as well and stir it all with a spatula to dissolve it completely. It's important to scoop into the area above the valve to dissolve any settled extract there. Then add 500 ml or 17 fluid ounces of cold water and stir that in. Next, use the scissors to open the 645 gram bag of dry malt extract and add this to the BrewKeg10. Stir the DME into the liquid with a spatula. You may find that there are a few lumps that don't dissolve, but this is acceptable as they will dissolve by themselves over the next few hours. For cider brews, just open the cider pouch with the scissors and add that to the brew keg. Then add the 500 ml or 17 fluid ounces of water in the kitchen kettle. This is performed to get the final temperature correct when the vessel is full. At this point you can add extra ingredients. For example, for beer brews, a hop tea made with 25 grams or 0.9 ounces of pellet hops in a French press coffee plunger is a great way to boost the flavour of any beer. In the same way, fruit flavourings can be added to the cider. For more examples of these sorts of methods, visit the Williams Warn website and download our recipes PDF. You can now fill up to the full mark with water from a jug or, more conveniently, water from a water hose. If your water source is cold in winter as indicated here, you'll need to add an extra half or 1 litre of boiled water from the kitchen kettle. Otherwise, just fill up with your ambient tap water. The fill level is marked on the outside of the BrewKeg10 and is 10 litres, 2.6 US gallons. Internally, the fill level is 6 centimetres or 2.36 inches from the bottom of the vessel rim. Fill up close to this level, we are more exact in the next step, and stir the contents to even out the temperature and dissolve all the extract evenly into the water, ahead of adding the yeast in the next step. Next, add about a cup of water at 25 degrees C, 77 degrees Fahrenheit to the sediment bottle. Open the yeast sachet with the scissors and add the yeast to this water. Swirl the sediment bottle for 30 seconds to rehydrate the yeast. After a minimum of 30 seconds, add the rehydrated yeast directly to the top of the wort in the keg. Then screw the sediment bottle onto the vessel butterfly valve under the brew keg. Then open the butterfly valve and let the wort fill the sediment bottle fully. Then top up to the 10 litre fill mark accurately. You have now made 10.85 litres or 2.9 US gallons of wort, but during the process the sediment bottle fills up with yeast and haze and gets dumped, so the final volume to consume will be 10 litres or 2.6 US gallons. The target temperature range when full is between 18 to 28 degrees Celsius, which is 64 to 82 degrees Fahrenheit. This target temperature range is important as it helps ensure a quick onset of fermentation. Ensure the lid seal is in its place on the vessel rim and then put the lid back on well. See the first instructional video on cleaning a BrewKeg10 for more details of how to put a lid on properly. If you'd like to check the lid is on correctly, you can pressurize the BrewKeg10 temporarily as a check. Connect your CO2 source to the gas in port and pressurize to 1.1 bar or whatever you have on the low pressure. Disconnect the gas in fitting and attach the pressure gauge and wait a few moments. This port has the notches on its base hex. If you're satisfied there is no leak, push the button on the VPRV and release all the pressure. It's best to let the yeast start fermentation without any pressure and let them build up the pressure themselves naturally as fermentation kicks in. From the fully closed position, open the variable pressure relief valve 5 half turns or 2.5 full turns. This will enable the pressure to build up naturally during fermentation to 1.5 bar or 22 psi. And please note that the pressure gauge can be taken off and put on any time during the process. The brew keg is now at its fermentation stage and should be put in a kegerator or fridge or room where the target temperature or temperature range can be maintained. For more information about these setups, see the next instructional video, Step 3, Adjust.